the second half.
All right, let's go back to our team at Anfield. Here are James and Seb.
So no changes from either side at half-time. Liverpool getting us underway in this second half. A busy period. Plenty of games here for Liverpool in particular, with their Champions League matches, the League Cup, and of course the Premier League, in which they're right on the shoulder of Manchester City after 5 games. But this game, the first half, West Ham causing Liverpool a few issues from set pieces. Liverpool not taking long to equalise after going behind. Jarell Quansah's first own goal of his senior career, and hopefully his last.
No, it won't be his last.
Interesting that there are no changes at half-time, considering the number of changes at the start of the game.
Yeah, I'd expect Liverpool to have most of the ball again, as we saw in the first half, but West Ham were just as dangerous as Liverpool in terms of getting goals. That one was just offside. There was almost Somerville just before that poor touch could have been in as well.
Jota. And he'll look for that switch across to Gakpo. There's a slip in the middle from Todibo. Gakpo hangs it to the back post. Oh, it's reached. Chiesa's behind for a corner.
Does really well to defend at the back post. But it's really good from Curtis Jones. He made a run right across the pitch, dragging the full-back inside. Good switch of play from Jota. I think it was actually Cresswell who gets the last touch.
I know that Arne Slot has been putting a lot of emphasis in training as that ball's played towards the near post. It falls to Jones. Didn't quite catch hold of it. Because how much of a difference have you noticed with Arne Slot in these early stages compared to Klopp? Is it too early to say, or?
I think it is, but I think they're pretty obvious. You know, even when the manager speaks about what he wants, you know, he's talking about a little bit maybe more control, maybe less heavy metal football end to end, and that's not just in an attacking sense for Liverpool. I think that's trying to make them better defensively. But then you think of, you know, Liverpool at home to Nottingham Forest, and maybe they need a little bit of heavy metal football towards the end of the game. They didn't look that dangerous in that situation. So there'll be pros and cons to both systems.
Pros there to West Ham's attack, and they were convinced that was handled. 3 or 4 players turning towards Andrew Madley, the referee.
And the staff on the bench, Lopetegui. And it happened really quickly, but first thought it was quite close to Joe Gomez, the player who, you know, lifted it up.
Simicas. Going out to play. What about this one?
Yeah,
I think it does, a penalty.
Yeah, I think it does touch his arm. Maybe it's just about the proximity of the player. Definitely it's his arm, but his arm stays right where next to his side. Almost comes out after it touched his arm.
It's that old, I say the old thing, new thing in the fact that he did actually hit his arm, but it's not a handball. Down by his side. Jones. Gakpo. Kaiser trying to peel away to the back post. Jones spotted the danger, slips it through. Beautifully done. Diogo Jota. Given the chance, taking the chance. 2-1 Liverpool.
Brilliant from Jota to slot it again, but this goal is all about Curtis Jones, and that's why he's getting as much of the praise from his teammates as the goal scorer. And he picks the ball up deep here. There's actually a bit of a groan from the crowd. He thought he'd just taken too long on the ball. He almost loses it there, Curtis Jones. And as I said, that's where the groans come from. But then he quickens the play up. And he's always at his best when he does that. And then he just attacks the defence, probably not quite sure what he's going to do. But there's a lovely double touch from Curtis Jones. He just sinks with the outside of his right foot there and plays it through the legs of Kilman. Just look at this touch here, 1-2 now. is fantastic, and that guy just doesn't miss in those positions. Diogo Jota is one of the best finishers we've seen in a Liverpool shirt. I really believe that. Liverpool have had some brilliant strikers over the years, but his finishing ability is right up there with the best.
You probably wouldn't call him a striker per se. He certainly knows how to finish.
Yeah, I think that's the case now with a lot of attacking players. We always describe him as he can play across the front. We always say that about every player. He can play through the middle, he can play wide. That's just what we expect of modern forward players now. And he's probably playing in a slightly different role. I haven't seen him play before in a Liverpool shirt. A deep-lying striker role.
I suppose personally, his biggest difficulty at Liverpool has been the competition in the forward areas. But Lopetegui still not happy with that handball situation, but I suppose if he sees it again, maybe he'll understand. Maybe.
Yeah, he was going crazy on the bench when it initially happened.
Somerville going on, eased off the ball by Bradley, and then that was a challenge from Souček. It's a strong one to keep West Ham attacking here. Alvarez. I suppose West Ham were hoping in a game where there's no VAR that maybe, just maybe, the referee would have just blown his whistle.
I mean, the referee was very quick to rule it out. I think he was in a decent position as well. Lopetegui was going crazy. I mean, what you've got to remember, I'm saying he hasn't got a great view, Lopetegui, from there, but we now know they have the videos and, you know, the match caption on the bench. All clubs have that now, so it's easy for them to look very quickly at the situation. It definitely hits his arm. His arm's now by the side of his body. I think you'd be disappointed if that one went against you.
There's a lot of football after that as well, for the ball to get down the other end. Wasn't long after it, but still.
Yeah, definitely hits the arm. You can see that. Probably Joe Gomez knows what he's doing. It's, you know, it's going to hit his arm, but it's not away from his body. And that probably saves him. He's furious, but Jamie Redknapp will be delighted in the studio with what he's got on.
Here he goes again, Jones. Tsimikas and Gakpo and Tsimikas, and here come Liverpool again. Jota's waiting. Oh, and he went for that ball. It will be a free kick in the end, but they are looking dangerous now, Liverpool.
Yeah, they have looked dangerous down that left side all night. Been a really good combination, that Tsimikas and Gakpo.
Bowen trying to get to that ball, but he can't. So the goals keep coming for Arsenal at the Emirates, and a first Arsenal goal for Raheem Sterling on his first start. And he won't score an easier goal for Arsenal. Just as Bolton had got a goal back in the game. A reminder, Arsenal starting 16-year-old in goal. The youngest ever player tonight, Jack Porter. Here's Bradley. And Gomez was asking a lot really with that pass. Better that he chipped it out of play like that than passed it straight to a West Ham player. Check back inside. Another West Ham appeal. The supporters behind the goal, convinced of course. Here comes Jota. And wouldn't it be something if Liverpool score on the break after another penalty appeal? Nunez. Passed it across. Trying to find Chiesa. It's going to fall into the arms of Fabianski. West Ham looking towards the referee again. Bowen not happy.
it was a bit of a daft challenge from Joe Gomez in the box. I think it would have been a soft one, but you've seen referees give them before. A bit of a daft challenge going into the back of someone.
So with these changed sides, still feel both sides will give each other a chance, that's for sure. Here's Bowen, into trouble but never gives up, but Liverpool looking for another and a rare loose touch there from Jota. Haven't seen too much from Darwin Núñez so far.
Well, he's played the out-and-out striker role with Jota. We'll be getting more involved in the game.
Now Bowen. Gomez, Bowen, good ball across actually in the end. Souček, so foul. Chance to cross it with men waiting. Somerville trying to bring it down in the penalty area. Still Somerville wriggling away from the challenges. And getting a shot away in the end. Another appeal. That one a lot more muted.
Well, initially Tsimikas took a really poor position. That's why West Ham got in behind. The Liverpool back four. It was the opposite full-back, Conor Bradley, who got him out of jail. Last-ditch tackle at the back post. Just takes a really strange position. He's got to try and stop that ball down the line. That's the obvious position for a full-back to take up, but Conor Bradley does really well at the back post.
Determination of Bowen. Trying to turn this game for West Ham, the new club captain for this season. And Jones losing the ball, in goes Endo, but picked up by Alvarez. Referee playing advantage, and Alvarez with a nothing ball really in the end. Tsimikas. Better moments here for West Ham, which probably means that Mohamed Salah may not be that far away.
Yeah, I think it might be the same for West Ham as well, bringing their star man on. Qatar looks like he's coming on as well.
Decent player to bring on if you're West Ham United, of course. These two players entering the play. We will kick things on a little bit. Here's Bradley. Gomez, and looking for Gakpo. With a very good outlet, but is just offside. In the end, he was probably just offside for Liverpool's equaliser.
Yeah, it might be the time we'll get to that, but this man's coming on.
Well, here comes Mohamed Salah, and it's Jota with a wry smile. Chiesa makes way, was never going to complete the match tonight. And warm applause for the man going off, and of course, huge applause for the man coming on. Already, this season, 3 goals under his belt. Been slightly outdone by Luis Diaz. And McAllister as well. A little disappointment for Jota.
No, that just means he's going to be starting playing on Saturday. Balls, he's done his job, 2 goals in under an hour. His minutes to goal ratio will be right up there with any Liverpool striker of the past. Doesn't always play, doesn't always finish the game.
And West Ham with a double change as well. Lucas Paquetá coming on, Souček off. And then the other change wasn't to be for Danny Ings tonight. Return to Anfield. Carl Antonio, and again experienced forward, he's finding himself on the bench now, even with his full crew injured. Antonio probably won't be starting too many games for West Ham this season. The competition he finally has up front. Fabianski, ball to Antonio, doing what he does best, holding up the challenge. Antonio once more. So foul. Cresswell completely free at the back post. So foul. And he clips it in. Paquetá wasn't that far away. Pereira coming out quickly.
Very brave from the goalkeeper. Just gets there before Paquetá.
It's touch and go whether Alisson will be back for the match against Wolves at the weekend. But they have a very able deputy, Liverpool, even though they've signed another goalkeeper. So that might put question marks over Kelleher's future. You would probably fancy him to leave. As Maradashvili arrives. He's been the League Cup goalkeeper for Liverpool in this period of success in this competition.
He was man of the match at the final last year. Kelleher, a brilliant job for Liverpool. As you said, Seb, in this competition.
Why do you think they've gone to buy another goalkeeper then? Could that be more about Alisson perhaps? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Alisson misses a lot of games. He does. When you think of, you know, he always misses a lot of games through a season. But I don't think you spend sort of 30, 40 million on a goalkeeper. And he's obviously a pretty special talent. We saw that in the summer. It's pretty obvious that, you know, whether something happens with Alisson in the summer, you know, they have maybe a real fight and battle for the #1 shirt next season. But you think eventually, the man from Valencia will be Liverpool's #1.
Absolutely, in that one position on the pitch where you don't see that much rotation. McAllister trying to slide it through with a perfect pass and almost trying past the goalkeeper. Jones making the run. Instant impact there from Alexis McAllister.
Oh, brilliant from McAllister.
And brilliant as always from Antonio in those sort of situations. Yellow card for Kwanzaa. He's just always been a handful, Antonio.
Yeah, this will be a real sort of test for Kwanzaa and Gomez. A real experienced pro, really strong, uses his body really well. He got his yellow card there, but this will be a tough last half an hour for Liverpool centre-backs. He's a real handful, Antonio. Experienced pro. And this is all part of the learning when you're a young centre-back. Don't get too tight to players like that. You let them have it in certain situations. You don't want to get into a fight with them. It's a fight you won't win.
It's earned West Ham a free kick. So check off the pitch now. Still a presence. There's enough that Somerville's forward for these as well. But Cresswell clips it in. Norman trying to head it back across goal once more, but it goes against him in the end. But Curtis Jones almost getting that ball around the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I just see the role of McAllister here is fantastic. I think Kilman might just have a little tug, a little bit of Curtis Jones. But what he does, he lets go just in time, so it doesn't look like he's holding for too long. But he just impedes the run. A little touch there. It looks a bit longer because that replay's in slow motion, but in real speed. He just tugged him for probably half a second. That's just enough to put him off, and not enough to raise the eyebrow of the referee.
Didn't really appeal it, Jones, in the end. Strisha so foul, he felt he was fouled. West Ham very much in this one still. Plenty of time left. Bradley. Kwanzaa to Gomez. Jones, beautiful touch. Just off the ball in the end. Not sure what to do actually after that first touch. And Tsimikas losing it. And Soler trying to catch up the goalkeeper. And Kelleher doing enough in the end. Goes behind for a corner.
Yeah, just hesitates, Tsimikas. He does really well to get back, and he just stops. And then again, you see that the strength of Antonio. Just tries to catch the goalkeeper out, Soler. Sure what his goal is. Kelleher behind him, tries to do him at the near post, but it was just sloppy from Liverpool. First, initially it was Curtis Jones, had a lovely first touch around the edge of the box. He just took too long on the ball, and then Tsimikas At the other end.
So they're so close there to making an impact in a quiet game for him so far. One man in the 6-yard box at the moment for West Ham.
There's no one blocking Paquetá and no one.
And it goes, decent whip on the corner as well. All the way through to Antonio. Somerville. And Antonio finds Somerville. And Somerville taking on Salah. Somerville just brought it forward. Antonio going for goal. And surely Kilman, could he sort his feet out in the end? He couldn't.
How is that not gone in? All starts with brilliant play from Antonio. He's been a real handful since he's come on. He's changed the game for West Ham. He's brought them really into it. Salah gets past the ball, and then it's here. Pinball machine. And again, Tsimikas just completely misses it. Just got to go win a tackle with the back post. And he's lucky Kilman can't sort his feet out. And Tsimikas goes for the diving header. It's like Andy Gray there.
Free kick to Liverpool.
I mean, we've got to get a replay of that Tsimikas diving header.
Sliding header.
Sliding header. I mean, that's just pure desperation when you know you've made a mistake and you just hope. He's involved again, this man.
I mean, there's commitment and there's what Tsimikas did there.
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned Andy Gray. I mean, there's a famous diving header Andy Gray scored for Everton away at Notts County, when he just goes across almost half volleys a diving header. And that was what Tsimikas was hoping to do. But he got out of jail, actually. He missed a big challenge at the back post.
He's created an amazing description there. Half volleys, a diving header.
Oh, YouTube it. It was an unbelievable goal. I mean, look at it. Brilliant.
It's a goal kick to West Ham United. Wouldn't mind seeing it again, but in the meantime Arsenal have scored a 5th, and Kai Havertz, the man waiting for the rebound here, and Arsenal scoring 5 at home to Bolton Wanderers. Despite all the changes, they did have an experienced attacking lineup. It's proved too much for the visitors. And the visitors here very much in the game and looking dangerous all of a sudden. Somerville and Cresswell, and couldn't find his way all across, but that's not the best clearance in the world. And Liverpool looking shaky at the moment. Almost dropped to Soler. So foul. Paquetá. That's excellent play from the Brazilian. And look at the appeals there.
I think that's
they were
a
convinced,
penalty.
surrounding the referee.
Well, his hands were definitely up.
Oh. Well, I don't think I've seen a team more convinced than that this season, that they should have had a penalty. Look at Jarrod Bowen. It won't be changed now.
I mean, I don't know if it hit his arm or not, but it definitely, his arms looked up. I mean, the man is getting frustrated. There's no way you can see that far away. I said that on the Joe Gomez one. And there's no way they got the replay in that quickly on the monitor at the side of the bench.
Yellow card for Lopetegui.
Oh no, it looks like it hits him in the stomach, but you could just see the arm up, and I was just convinced, because where I saw the position of his arm from where we are in commentary, that with the protest from the West Ham players, it must have hit him on the arm. No, it looks like it hits him. Maybe hits his elbow.
It's not clear cut though, is it, really, for the referee from that sort of position? No. And Paquetá for his irritations. He's himself in the book as well, the substitute. But this is a decent period for West Ham.
Yeah, the substitutions made a big difference.
And they find an equaliser. Whip corner again, Kilman going up. Liverpool struggling again, Soler took it. And Soler thrashes it off target.
It was a decent chance that. Fell for him, lovely. I think it was Kilman again at the back post, keeps it alive. – 12 yards out. have a chance.
It's a little shaky though at the moment.
They're going to need their experienced players just to get through this period. Joe Gomez going to play a real leader's part in the middle of that back four, with a young man alongside him, young right back as well. Tsimikas was finding it tough.
So Antonio it goes again. Kwanzaa doing well that time. And Endo finds Salah. And he'll look for that ball to Gakpo. And Gakpo collects. Nunez in the middle. Gakpo. These appeals there from Liverpool that time. And then Paquetá trying to run it out. That was ambitious from him. Does win the free kick in the end. Maybe fortunate to do so in the end. And might have hurt Endo in the process.
Yeah, there's frustration for the Liverpool crowd. They wanted to foul for Endo, but Endo wins the ball back. But there's nowhere for Paquetá to go. You know, he just, you know, he's actually clipped a thing from Mo Salah. That's what makes him go into Endo. It was a hefty collision.
Not sure Endo asked for that from Alvarez. But on a slot, a bit of concern at the moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, you think about the quality who've come on for West Ham, but I think Antonio, I'm always a big fan of Antonio. He's always a player who maybe West Ham fans think they can get something better in the attacking role, in that centre-forward role. Forever, every season, they seem to try to replace him, but he always comes back, gets the goals.
Fans always want that shiny new toy.
Yeah, and he's there every season, comes on, makes a difference, he's a handful. You have to be a very good player to be better than sort of Antonio, centre-forward thing for West Ham. I think they've actually quite found it over the years, actually.
Well, they've tried a few, West Ham United, and they haven't lasted. Lucas Fulkrug, the latest, and he's picked up an injury. And Endo, maybe a little winded. So this weekend, Wolves travel to Molineux. It's winless Wolves. Saturday night football, 5 p.m. And then on to Super Sunday, which sees Ipswich host high-flying Aston Villa. And that is followed by Manchester United against Spurs. So often a very entertaining fixture. And Monday night football returns with a South Coast derby. Just about calling it. Somerville. Paquetá and Owen showing his strength. But like you said, Jamie, it's a test for those Liverpool centre-halves at the moment. They're right for this right now, West Ham.
Yeah, they've got quality at the top end of the pitch here, West Ham, on the pitch once the changes are being made. He was actually just a little bit offside, Bowen, in that situation, but there's no flag went up, so it would have counted if something had come from it. But you think of Bowen, you think of Antonio, quality as well as experience.
Endo back on the pitch. Salah sliding it through. Bradley putting it back. Goal save, but not that time. And Salah from the bench puts Liverpool in a very strong position indeed.
Yeah, it's all about the substitutions making a difference. He played a wonderful pass a few minutes ago out to Cody Gakpo. In the lead up to this goal, he plays a lovely pass into Conor Bradley, but the West Ham players then sense they feel like they should have had a penalty. Maybe on a couple of occasions. You look at Mo Salah, he goes wide, Conor Bradley goes inside, and he's onside. Lovely pass, and he follows it, Mo Salah. Goalkeeper does really well initially from the save from McAllister. But just look at Mo Salah, he's always on the move. And to finish like that when the ball comes so quickly. He just sees a couple of yards behind Cresswell. And when the ball comes in, after the save from the goalkeeper, he's a couple of yards ahead of Cresswell. That's the goal-scoring instinct of Mo Salah. And that's a brilliant finish, comes at him really quickly. And the goalkeeper's a little unfortunate.
And that Liverpool goal coming after probably West Ham's best period of the match, as is the way of things, and he is, you could say, he's not that happy right now. I'm not sure who he was sarcastically.
I think he's having to go the fourth official.
Maybe slot as well for some reason.
No, it's definitely the fourth official. Reminiscent a little bit maybe of Graham Taylor all those years ago, God rest his soul.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say there. It's too early though, for take it, you think. Here's Antonio. The ball across Somerville, leaving it. Cresswell. It just won't fall for West Ham at the moment. Falls nicely though for Salah. And look at him go. Paquetá not the best challenge. And that's not a good challenge either from Alvarez. I was just wondering there if the referee wasn't going to pick up another yellow. And he does. He was just in a moment of doubt there, Andrew Madley.
Yeah, and West Ham was so close to getting a goal. And they probably deserve a goal in the second half, West Ham. I mean, but what a stupid decision when you're on a yellow card. And there's 2 or 3 players running after Mo Salah. It's not like he's all alone. No, it's actually Cresswell. It's just 2 players around him, but it certainly wasn't last ditch. Ridiculous decision to make. Takes the game away from West Ham for certain now, being down to 10 men. And also give them a problem that he'll be probably missing now at the weekend in a game away at Brentford, which almost feels at this early stage West Ham can't afford to lose.
Well, West Ham United in a matter of minutes have crumbled a little here, feeling a little sorry for themselves as Liverpool look for more. Gakpo. This could be a very long 15 minutes or so for the visitors now. And Antonio trying to run forward with the ball there, Paquetá. And you think it was a bit wild from Paquetá initially, and then Alvarez, and you feel like it's like they feel the world's against them or something, the way they're playing.
Yeah, what will end up happening, I don't think any of the penalties were penalties, but sometimes you feel it's almost like a topping-up process. You think, well, if there's 3 like that, maybe we should get 1, but to be fair, I'm not quite sure they were. Any of them were sort of blatant, sort of bad decisions, penalty-wise, but he's making changes now. I think this will be more about getting players off and thinking about the weekend. So it is a really important game for West Ham, that away at Brentford.
That's for sure. Jarrett Bowen hands the captain's armband to Aaron Cresswell as he makes his way off the field. Andy Irving is already on the field, the Scotsman. And Mohamed Kudus as well. And Soler, who did have a chance in this game, makes way. Not playing Kudus, giving him some time in this match. West Ham this weekend travel to Brentford. Would you think on the surface, West Ham United fans would think on the surface that's a game that they can get something out of, but at the same time you could
I think Brentford fans will think the same.
Absolutely. Everyone always thinks that about Brentford, don't they? And then they go and beat them. They're not a side to take lightly.
Well, that just shows the difference in quality. When you talk at the top level, West Ham should have probably got a goal in that last 10 or 15 minutes. The man Liverpool bring on, Mo Salah, he gets the goal. You know, they get their chance, he scores, and then it's game over. And that's the difference why Liverpool are a team who are, you know, more often than not competing for the biggest trophies, and West Ham are probably trying to qualify for Europe in the best seasons that they've had in the last few years under David Moyes. But I think right now West Ham just desperate to have a couple of victories.
McAllister! Oh, saved by the goalkeeper, onto the post. Denied twice now, McAllister, since coming on.
Well, I said he was a little bit unlucky with the goal before from Mo Salah, the goalkeeper. He did well initially with the first save, as he does here, but this time he gets up and staves the rebound. McAllister has been brilliant again since he's come on. Been a brilliant signing for Liverpool. McAllister, an absolute steal. 35 million. And the goalkeeper reacts well to the Gakpo rebound.
For all the calls for new signings, do have a very strong squad, Liverpool. As you said, that one position, maybe, just maybe, that they were looking to, well, certainly definitely trying to recruit in at the base of midfield, but otherwise you look at this squad and the fact that they were able to make all these changes tonight and still field a very strong side. And look well on course here for the next round. I think Andy Madley just wanted to be very sure when Alvarez made that challenge. I think it was quite clear.
I mean, it was daft. So was that.
Lost by Bradley and Antonio and Somerville. This will make things very interesting at the end, but he can't take the chance. And they have had chances, West Ham United, certainly in this second half at the least.
He's had moments in the game, he's looked really sharp, really good touches as well, Somerville. Just when you're on that side and you're on your left foot, and you're trying to put it in that far corner, it's very difficult. It's always going to be curling away from the goal, as you see there. That's why I used to see Thierry Henry so often on that side. Use the right foot and that maybe curl it back inside that far post.
So double change here for Liverpool. Robertson is going to come on for Tsimikas. And Endo off. And a nice moment here for Tyler Morton, who's going to come into midfield. Rural born young man who was on loan last season at Hull City. And the armband for Robertson. So 10 men of West Ham United. Well, a decent amount of time to see out here, but that chance had been taken by Somerville, would have been interesting. But Alvarez off the field, second yellow card, his first career red card. Robertson. Salah. That'll be a free kick in the end. Well, Somerville having that chance for West Ham a moment or two ago, and you can just see Lopetegui holding his leg. I shouldn't laugh really, but he jumped up in the air, and as he landed a bit awkwardly, just to compound a very, very frustrating night for the West Ham manager. It's been a very frustrating start to the season.
Fitness down for Saturday.
So you have to see how it goes. He looks very miserable right now, though.
Yeah, listen, it's been a poor start for West Ham. This was not a game notoriously that they get too much from. When they come to Anfield, we saw that in the record before the game. Well, as I said before the game, he's a top quality manager. You look at his CV and the teams he's managed in his country also. Real Madrid for a short spell. Did a good job at Wolves. I'm sure he'll get this right. There's real quality in this West Ham team. He was backed in the summer heavily.
That's one of the reasons why he left Wolves. That he wasn't backed. West Ham certainly backed him. Paquetá. His managerial career was to end today, would still be an impressive one, with his teammates scoring 5 in the end. And Bolton, well beaten. Gakpo. And Gakpo fired that one towards goal. And Fabianski had to make a few saves in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Just before Salah added Liverpool's third, that West Ham were having some joy, were creating chances. A real motivation there, but understandable now if that's just drained away.
Yeah, some strike force Liverpool have got across those front three, 6 players vying for those three positions, and Gakpo's at this moment is the backup left winger. He's one of the standout players in the European Championships in the summer. And again, that just shows the firepower Liverpool have. So as they go further in this competition, you'll see those players a lot more, but it's not a case of almost bringing younger players in. You bring them sort of top-class internationals in. That's the squad. Squad's got us at their disposal.
Who would you say is his first choice front three?
I would say Luis Diaz, Jota and Mo Salah. I think there's probably a little toss-up maybe in his mind with Jota and Nunes at the moment, but I think Jota's just...
Antonio going on a run here, and he might get a break again, not quite.
That man would always be in my front three right now for West Ham. Always causes problems. Just one of those players as a defender. You just come off the pitch and you think, I wouldn't want to play against him every week. That's why I said, as soon as he came on, I felt this would be a real test for these young players at the back. Probably helped by the fact, of course, West Ham now being down to 10 men, but there was a 10-15 minute period in this game. It looked like West Ham were going to get back into the game, and then the quality of Mo Salah has decided this game.
Is there time for more? There certainly is. Good strength from Nunez. And surely to be tucked in, no. It was Jones there at the back post. Liverpool close to adding another. And Paquetá. West Ham wilting here.
Throws his head back in despair. Curtis Jones desperate to get on the score sheet. Brilliant for the second goal. Jota scored.
Gakpo. I feel another one is coming though for Liverpool. Morton to Bradley. 80-84. Salah. Gakpo. So he just knows where Gakpo's going to be with that switch. And Robertson, Somerville, confident with the clearance away, will be a Liverpool corner.
I've been brilliant Salah since he come on. She's just battling Nunes. Someone's just trying to score. Gakpo's trying to score.
And holding Robertson as he comes across. In that armband. Antonio and Gomez. Has to smile briefly as the corner comes in. Struggling to clear their lines again, but it's Jones once more. He's had some good moments tonight, but some chances as well. Around a slot. We pleased his side. Look like they're closing in on another victory this season. Won every game bar that home defeat to Nottingham Forest. Perfect start. Not only that, conceding not many goals either. The one tonight was an own goal. Awkward bounce here, Kudus going for it. Dealt with by Kwanzaa. Robertson. And while it was 2-1, I felt there was a chance there for West Ham, but once that third went in, and to add to that, losing a man as well, that was that. So just like last season, it looks as though West Ham United are going to lose to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Here's Gakpo, the 90th minute. Nunez, Gakpo. Gakpo finds the room, finds the finish. And he deserves a goal tonight. He's looked to danger. And Liverpool have looked very dangerous indeed going forward. And it looks like another thumping victory over West Ham in the League Cup.
Yeah, he's done really well. Spoken about that combination down that left side in an attacking sense has been really good between Gakpo and Tsimikas. This is Liverpool's backup left winger. Just shows you the quality they have in reserve at this moment. Just the pace of the shot beats the goalkeeper at the near post. He gets a slight touch on it. He thinks about backheeling it to Núñez initially. Gakpo. And then lets fly. Got a lot of goals last season, Gakpo. He's a player who always get you goals. You're not quite sure exactly at times where he fits in, what his best position is. Jurgen Klopp played him a lot through the middle, but it seems like he's not going to play him on the left-hand side where we saw him flourish in the summer for the Netherlands. As I said before the game, when I highlighted him, he was excellent in the San Siro, Liverpool's first Champions League game.
There's a hunger in this squad. It's ambitious to say the least. Irving was a long way out. Fancied his chances. Midfielder. Well, he's been sat down the entire time since he injured himself, really. His frustration at seeing Somerville miss the chance, and that was probably the last chance for West Ham in the game. So not much to make West Ham United supporters feel better tonight.
I actually thought this should be a bit tighter. Liverpool made lots of changes. West Ham the same as well. They've got to get better defensively, West Ham. See the 9 Premier League goals, 4 here tonight.
Oh, and Gakpo sharp once more. I think West Ham United just want the final whistle here. Salah. Still got 3 more minutes. And Liverpool keen to add more. Liverpool fans urging Joe Gomez to shoot. It would be quite something, and again. He might as well. Stage in the game. Here's Salah. Outside of the boot. Wasn't a bad ball either. Here's Gakpo. Kudus. And Gakpo turns him and looking for another one. Deflection into the net. It's 5-1 again against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. And Cody Gakpo with more quality. And West Ham United wilting away.
This is becoming a really painful night now for West Ham. Gakpo again showing his class. Brilliant turn. Left 2 players for dead. And then you know when he's on that left side and he cuts in on that right foot, there's only one thing going to happen, he's going to let fly. So he really uses his body really well. And there's a deflection to Debo, I think. Comes inside, yeah, takes it away from the goalkeeper. A little bit unfortunate for the goalkeeper, but really good from Gakpo, brilliant. Well, I kind of go back to the sending off. Alvarez, absolutely ridiculous. And from a situation where West Ham look like they may actually get back into this game, they're going to be going home, losing 5-1. And that's another bad defeat for that man. Just that stupid challenge from Alvarez. I certainly don't think it would have been 5-1 if West Ham would have kept 11 men on the pitch. He's let his teammates down there and his manager.
But a familiar story for West Ham United on this ground. And Somerville. They might have the last say here, West Ham, but not much of one really in the match. Paquetá, Antonio. Bradley. Somerville. Most of the West Ham fans, or a fair few of them, have left. Some staying and not too happy. The Carabao Cup reigning champions open their defence with a thumping win. Exact same scoreline against West Ham United as last season in this competition. Jarell Quansah's own goal had the visitors in front, but Liverpool came back strongly. Jota with 2 goals to put them in the lead. Salah off the bench to increase their advantage, and then 2 goals very late on for Cody Gakpo, who impressed in the night as a whole. And Liverpool impressing, and they've impressed at the start of this season, victorious in their first match in this competition by 5 goals to 1.